Are you one of those people who likes to eat bananas, like to cook green bananas, but every time you want to try, you're like, I don't know where to start? So if that's you, then welcome to today's session because I'm going to show you how I prepare green bananas, like cook, prepare them in readiness for eating. And for today, we are going to prepare green bananas for breakfast. Yes, you can have them for breakfast, you can have them for lunch, or you can have them for dinner. But for today, because it's early morning, and if you watched my other videos, I'm sure you've noticed that we tend to eat a very balanced, full meal in the morning. And the main reason, of course, is very obvious that when we are starting in the morning, it's good to start well fed so that whichever way the day turns out, you find that you had a good meal, so you have the right energy to start your day. So welcome to the Heritage Homesteads, and today we are going to do green bananas for breakfast. So this menu which I'm going to show you is not like the only way to prepare bananas. No, there are many ways. But for today, this is how I'm going to prepare the bananas. So come along with me and learn. So I already have my onion cooking. So all that I've added here is onions, salt, and cooking oil. I do not want to take you through the whole process of chopping an onion, which I assume you already know how to do. So the onion has cooked quite well. It has browned. And I've already prepared the ingredients that we are going to use today. I'll just bring the camera here so that you can see what I have prepared. So on my plate here, I have red and green pepper, cayenne pepper. I have ginger, I have garlic here. I have cucumber and I have turmeric. On this side, I have carrots. Usually, you don't need to add any other food to your carrots, but for today, I was like, I want to add color to the bananas, so I'll be showing you at what stage I add that. And here I have parsley, dania, mainly to flavor the food. And in case you are wondering where is the main ingredients, I have the green bananas here. They are pre-cooked because what we usually do is we buy them in bulk or we get them from the garden. You know, whenever a banana is ready, it's mature, we get the whole bunch and boil it and then store, because sometimes if it's so big you cannot eat it at one go, so you can do that, and that's what we did. So what I did yesterday was to get it out of the freezer. It has thawed enough for us to use it today. So my onion is ready. So what I'm going to do next is to add the other ingredients that I have prepared. So I've added the cucumber, the turmeric, ginger, garlic, and cayenne pepper. In no specific order, we are just adding the ingredients, and letting them cook, blend for a few minutes. And because we are using turmeric today, I'm going to add a little bit of black pepper. And the black pepper that I'm going to use is ground black pepper from the store. But as you saw, all the other ingredients are fresh. The turmeric is fresh turmeric, ginger is fresh, garlic is fresh. So this is where I started from, in case you would like to know what my fresh ingredients look like. This is turmeric. So fresh turmeric. Then I have the garlic here, and I have the ginger here. So these are fresh ingredients. It's only the black pepper, which is from the store. So I'm going to give my ingredients a few minutes to blend together. And while it's doing that, I'm going to show you what we're going to do to the bananas, because I said we pre-cook them or we boil them, and so that we are able to store them. So after getting them out of the freezer last night, they've thawed. So what I'm going to do is just to get it out of the peel. So while we are waiting for our ingredients to blend, cook together, this is what I'm going to do. And in case you're wondering, because I said I'm preparing breakfast, and now I am showing you how to prepare green bananas. You could be wondering, what else are we going to have for breakfast? We have maybe 3 or 4 other dishes, and mostly they are going to accompany the bananas, not the potatoes, the bananas. So I've already prepared the vegetables that we are going to use, because when I started, I mentioned that we do a full balanced meal in the morning, so that we have enough strength to go through the day without pausing for too long to start thinking about lunch. But of course, as you know from my previous videos, within our homestead, we have to prepare lunch, because part of our homestead is our mom, who is an elderly person, and she has to take her 3 meals and snacks in between. If you check my various videos, I have a playlist on about that. So today what I'm talking about is breakfast for the other people. You know, maybe people leaving the house to go to work or going to the garden. Those are the ones I'm talking about, in case you really need to have one complete meal and not bother about stopping for too long during the day to eat. So as I mentioned, I have vegetables. I've already prepared, this is chicken, so I've left it to simmer, so that when we serve it, it will be hot or warm. And I've already prepared tea masala and served into a flask. So that's just a little bit of the leftover tea, which means that for breakfast we are going to have masala tea or chai tea. And from previous videos, you've seen how I prepare the masala tea. We use fresh ginger, turmeric, black pepper, and tea leaves, and of course water and milk. And so let's go back and check on our ingredients for the bananas so that okay. Ooh, it was almost burning, but not yet there. So next I'm adding the carrots. There's no specific order in which you add your ingredients, but I decided to add the carrots before the bananas because the bananas are already cooked, and I don't want them to overcook, so that's why I'm adding the carrots before the bananas. And today I would like to flavor my bananas with cloves. So I have ground clove powder. That's what I'm adding. For the flavor, I've already added the black pepper. So I'm going to let the carrots blend with the other ingredients before we add the bananas. So at this stage, I'm going to add water. So this is hot water which I'm adding, and in case you are wondering what I'm adding here, nothing new. This is what I used to prepare the turmeric, to prepare the ginger. So I'm using this so that I can get all the leftover items into the food. So just rinsing the tool so that I get out all the food. And in case you're wondering why I am doing that, it's because at our homestead, one of the things that we practice is sustainability. We are all about organic food. We are all about sustainability. And of course, if you're one of those who love your food, who love to grow food as we do, you don't want to waste any amount of food that you've grown so well. So that's why I was rinsing the ginger, the turmeric, and the garlic out of the tool that I'm using to do that. So I'm going to cover our mixture for a few minutes. I'll increase the level of heat, and we give them a few minutes before we move on to the next stage. Okay. So I'll take a moment and check on my vegetables because I don't want them to overcook or to burn. And in case you're wondering which vegetables we are having today, it's a short story to it because when I got it out of the freezer last night, I assumed that they were cowpeas. But then today morning I got surprised when I opened and I'm like, oh, it's the jute mallow that I had removed from the freezer. It's okay. I went ahead and prepared the vegetables, so that's what we are going to have. And you are not limited to green vegetables or white vegetables. It's whatever that you have or whatever that you like to eat. Because there are times when we prepare this with, eat it with cabbage. So you can do that. And if you're one of those people who love salads, vegetable salad, you can also serve your bananas with that. So you are not limited. It depends on what you have access to, what's available. So you just go ahead and serve that. So as you can see, we now have our sauce. It's ready. Whenever I cook carrots, I don't like them to cook until they are mushy. I still prefer to chew a carrot whenever I'm serving them with the food. So we are now ready to add our bananas. Just trying to get them into the sauce because I want them to get the flavor of the various ingredients that we started with. That's the ginger, the turmeric, the garlic, the cloves, the onion, the cayenne pepper, you know, all that mixture. We want our bananas to get that flavor. So I'm going to cover them to simmer for a few minutes. We are not going to cook them for long because the bananas are already cooked. Actually, what I'm going to do is to try and make sure that they don't break. So I'll lower the heat and give them some minutes to cook. Meanwhile, I'll continue performing other tasks because I would like us to eat breakfast as soon as possible so that we can get on with our day. So while I'm waiting for the bananas to simmer, to cook, to blend with the ingredients, I'm going to set the table. So that's taking the plates that we are going to use, taking the cups for tea, the spoons that we might need. Just set the table while the food is cooking. And then after that, I'll come and take our vegetables to the table, serve the chicken, and then by that time, our bananas will be ready. Okay, so in case you hear me making a few sounds on the background, I'm getting items ready to set to the table. So for you, how often do you take green bananas and how do you prepare them? You can comment below and share your recipe. You never know, next time I might decide to use your recipe when I'm preparing bananas, because one thing I know is that we do not have one specific recipe on how we prepare green bananas. Depending on which part of the world you originate from. I'm from Kenya and from a community that is known for bananas. Whenever you mention to people that I come from such and such a community, they'll be like, oh, those people of bananas. So with that, we prepare bananas in many, many different ways. The green bananas, we cook them, eat them, we can ripen them, you can even roast the bananas. So there are many, many different ways of that we prepare them. So I'm shifting you to this side so that we can check on how our chicken is doing. It's still doing quite well because I lowered the heat to minimum so that it can simmer, it can continue to simmer and blend in with ingredients that we added. And it's been cooking for quite some time, so it's ready, waiting to be served. Oh, I'm checking on the bananas, which is our main dish for today. So what I'm going to do is to flip them over so that as they continue to simmer, then they can get the flavor from the ingredients that we added, which is my main goal for today, getting them to get the flavor so that when we'll be eating the bananas, they are not just blunt bananas in terms of taste, but flavored so that they are different. Because as I mentioned, we cook bananas, green bananas, in many different ways. There are times when you can just boil them and serve them with another dish. There are times when we can mash them with different other foods. I'll be showing you, I'll prepare a video for you, or another time you can join me in the cooking so that you see the different ways that we prepare green bananas. So today this is one of my ways of doing that. So what question do you have today for me about cooking green bananas? And today I'm doing it for breakfast at the homestead. As you know, at our homestead, our rural home, we grow a variety of foods. We grow bananas, yes, we do. We grow vegetables, a variety of vegetables. You know, we have the root crops, that's the tubers. I guess in one of the videos you've seen how we grow sweet potatoes. So we grow tubers, we grow leafy green indigenous vegetables, we grow fruiting vegetables like tomatoes, pepper, and many others. I have a playlist where I'm taking you through the process of me growing vegetables on my mother's kitchen garden. So you can check that in my channel in case you would like to learn more about the different types of vegetables we grow and the process of growing the different types of vegetables. Because we plant saga, managua, kale, commonly known as sukuma. I planted cowpeas, I planted beans, I planted pumpkin leaves. Of course, they'll grow and mature into pumpkins. So we grow a lot of different types of foods on Mom's garden. That's part of the reason why I bring you into our kitchen so that you can see how we prepare the different types of foods from our garden. The bananas that we are preparing today were harvested from Mom's garden. So without forgetting our food, we don't want our bananas to overcook, to burn. So yeah, just pressing them to make sure that they are cooking well, and yeah, I can tell they are almost ready, but I seem to be running out of water, so I'm going to add just a little bit. And before you go away, there's one more ingredient that we've not added. So that's what I'm going to add in next before I now serve our food. I'm sure you've already guessed which ingredient I'm going to add, and that's the parsley, dania as the last item, because when I serve, I would like people to still get that flavor of parsley. If you've used parsley before, you know that if you add it early in the cooking stage, then you're going to overcook it and you're going to lose the flavor. That's why I was very fast in covering it. So now what I can say is that our breakfast is almost ready. We are only waiting for the bananas to simmer for a few minutes so that they blend in well with the parsley, then dania before I serve. Our vegetables, which is a jute marrow, this is murenda omotere. That's what we'll be using today. And then I have already talked about the chicken, which is simmering here. It's in case you are wondering if I'm not overcooking the chicken, no, I am not, because this is indigenous chicken. This is chicken that has been running around outside. It's free-range chicken, which means that I can simmer it for as long as possible and it's not going to overcook. But now it's ready to be served. And about the tea, I've already sieved our tea into the flask and taken it to the dining table. So what I'm going to do next is I've already set dishes on the table, so it will just be now taking the vegetables, the chicken, and the bananas. Okay. The bananas have simmered quite well. And I've broken one of them, but that's okay. That's okay, because bananas can be served in any form. There are times when I serve mashed bananas, which I'll be showing you. In case you would like to learn more about that, just comment below and ask a question or tell me what type of bananas or what type of which other food item you would like to come along with me and watch as I prepare. Just name it. I'll find the ingredients and notify you when I'll be preparing that food item. You know, like when I mentioned pumpkin leaves as one of the items that we grow on Mom's kitchen garden, then I started getting ideas. I'm like, okay, I'm going to get pumpkin leaves. I'm going to get a fresh green banana. We already have boiled maize and beans in the freezer. So stay tuned for that. I'm getting ideas on which other food item I'll be preparing with you. So for now, I think I'll stop here. My bananas with colored by carrots, they are ready for breakfast. So now I'll set you free so that you can serve the food and take it to the table. Of course, I'll be showing you a photo of all the ingredients, not all the ingredients, but the different food items served in my plate at the breakfast table. So thank you for coming along with me today. And for those of you who are new here, welcome. If you've been watching my other videos, thank you for coming back. And my name is Eileen Omosa. I usually come here to talk about the various activities that we implement within our homestead. And the main or the center of our activities is the care that we are providing to our elderly parents. And when it comes to providing the best care to elderly people, we have to think about what type of food are we going to serve them. And for our mom, we were like, because she's on medication, we were like, how do we avoid serving her food that could interact with her medicine? Because nowadays people grow food and apply a lot of synthetic fertilizer, pesticides, herbicides, and I've been told that if you're on medication, that can react with your medicines. And even if you're not on medication, why would you want to ingest a lot of chemicals into your body? And some of the chemicals your body might not be able to ingest or digest. So these are some of the things that we are being told end up making us sick. So back to our main activity, which is how do we provide the best food to our mom. That was the beginning, and we were like, grow the food. We grow the food organically. We don't add any synthetic inputs. We prepare our compost manure. I'll be showing you in other videos how we do that using organic products. And after we harvest the foods, that's when I was like, I will be coming to the kitchen to show you the type of recipes that we have, that we serve to our mom. I've already in earlier videos shown you the different types of meals. Today I was showing you what I can call the caregiver foods, because sometimes, I'm with mom, I eat the same food that she's eating. When I'm away from her, or if she's been served a food item that I'm not prepared to eat that particular day, then it gives me a time to come and prepare something else. So it's all about elder care. How do we provide the best care to our elderly parents, grandparents, or even to ourselves? So welcome again, keep coming back. But before then, you can click the videos in my channel and watch in case you would like to see something about how we grow the food, how we prepare other food items, or why we are providing care to our elderly parents in rural areas. There are reasons there, so you can go and watch the videos. Until next time, it's a goodbye from me today. Thank you for joining me, and our bananas are ready. How I wish I could serve you part of this. I guess one day with technology we might be able to share a meal, but for today, thank you, and bye-bye.